Okay, so we saw we've created an account, we've used the web version. Now I've launched the desktop version and I've gone ahead and logged in. And so this is what the Mac version of the app looks like. The Windows version of the app looks very, very similar. You shouldn't have any problems distinguishing the two. So again, it works the same way. I'm in the app. I just can click a new note, and this could just be my my daily notes, or this is going to be chapter 1 English notes. Put all my notes here, whatever that's going to look like, and what I want to do is just give you a sense of where the notes are going. So right now you can see that I've got the 3 notes. This was my to-do list. Here are my English notes. Note 1, Note 2, and Note 3. So there's my English chapter 1 notes that I can share with somebody. And you can see they're updating here, and then my getting started with Evernote. Everything's kind of coming together and working in a very similar way as the web app did. So a couple things I want to show you. They give you a little explore here, creating some shortcuts. You can drag a note here in your shortcuts, and what I can show you what that looks like is notes that I refer to a lot are up here in the top section. So I can, by simply just dragging it up there, it's there. So this could be my ongoing to-do list, perpetual to-do list, whatever that's going to look like for you. Right now I only have one notebook. It's the Shannon Tebaldo Zero notebook, and I can see it's got 3 notes in it. But let's say I want to create a different notebook. So I want to create a notebook for my English class. English period 1. So now I've got an English period 1 notebook, and I can do an AP English period 2 notebook. And so I can begin to create these notebooks so that I can put things in different places. Now I can go back to my notes, and this is going to be the English 1 note. I'm going to go ahead and double click on it. It'll kind of open up in a new window here. And I want to change it from Shannon's notebook to, this is just English period 1. I don't have any tags, so it won't do me any good, but I can just exit out of here. And now this is in its own notebook. Now it's showing up here because all my notes are showing up here, right? This is kind of this middle section is my main navigation area. So this far left section are kind of my shortcuts, and then the far right is a preview of the note. So let's take a look. If I double click on these notebooks here, let's see, show my notebook list, there they are. I can right click on my notes. You can also change this view here by clicking, this is currently the card view. You can have expanded card view, which lists them out into these little cubes. Snippet view is usually the view that I like to go for. Side list view, this is just listing them down here, you can see. And then probably my favorite of all, the one I use the most, is this top list view. And the way I use top list view is I have it sort by the date created. You can see this little arrow down here, which would be the reverse order. I always put the most recent one created on top. Not when it was updated, but when it was created. And I do that just because that's the way I think, is very linearly. But you can find which view will work best for you and go ahead and keep it. This dot here shows me that it's not been synchronized. The desktop version of Evernote will sync to the cloud every 15 minutes on its own, or you can force a sync by just clicking the refresh button, and down at the bottom you'll see it's connecting, syncing, and it's done instantaneously. So if I were to go back to Safari let's see if I can pull it up here. There we go. And I were to refresh this screen here, what we'll see is my notebooks are here, my other note is here. So immediately everything is synced. If I were to refresh my screen on my iPad or my iPhone or any other device, an Android device, everything would be updated instantaneously. So that is a huge benefit of Evernote. Everything is synced instantaneously. You can see my reminders are showing up here at the top. I can minimize those. Again, I can change my view pretty simply. So that's how you create notebooks. You simply click here and new notebook. Sometimes we create one that says inbox, and there is a reason for that. And I usually go to the gear shift here and make inbox my default notebook. And the reason for that is whenever I create anything, I want it to go into my inbox. And in the Shannon notebook, that will just maybe be my personal notebook. So I can actually change that to, S. Tabaldo's personal notebook. And then that way, if I have something that's just, not work related, and it hasn't really been sorted yet, I can dump it in there. So I've got my shortcuts, which I showed you. My recent note I just created here. My notebooks are all here listed. And again, I don't have any tags created yet, so that'll come next. And then the syncing, of course, across devices.